Hey, what's up, everybody? Here to bring you another review. This time is of the SH Figuarts Kamen Rider build, RabbitTank form. This is base form in the series. Let's get started. Oh, also, by the way, if you feel like this guy is bothering you at any time, just I'll put that there. Will that make you feel better? Just in case, you guys are going to point that out. But yeah, enjoy it. He's just there for laughs and giggles. I left him there. So we're gonna get into the review, and this time is of Kamen Rider Build RabbitTank form. It's a base form. It pretty much starts the series off for what we're gonna get for more Kamen Riders during this year's season, and I'm really excited because I'm always excited for base forms. I'm always happy to see how they turn out. It's very rare that I am disappointed, and in this case, they actually did a wonderful, wonderful job. I'm gonna take a quick look around him so you can see what's going on. As you can see, it's half and half. It kind of has the motif of double, where it's half something else, and I think that's really cool. The translucent eyes are wonderful. They reflect light really well. The body itself is a really great semi-gloss. It reflects light very, very well. I'm loving it. Articulation has been up to date. It's pretty close to a Shokeko Seiho. But as my boy Round Muscles calls it, Cinco Ocho. So that's the joke here. But overall, it's a really great figure, and it's really enjoyable. And let's get into some things about it. Real quick, I want to point out the shoulder pads. And the reason why that is because they actually use a slightly different joint here that allows me to easily kind of just put the pad back on when I want to. And it rotates with the arm really well. The arm is double jointed, but because of the design on the arm, it can't really fold in. But it doesn't hinder the figure in any way that I know of, especially because I love Kamen Rider, so I'm always testing some stuff out. But as you can see here, he pretty much can do all the normal things that you would want him to do. Same thing on this side. The only thing that you would say that would hinder it, excuse me, sorry about that. The only thing that you say that would hinder it on the left-hand side is the fact that the partial antenna slash piece from RabbitTank, this form here piece, this one kind of hinders the articulation a slight bit in the arm, but you can still rotate and go all the way up and through. So I don't think it's too much of a problem. Same thing on the left-hand side. The arm has the same articulation. The ball joint is really nice. It rotates 360 degrees, left, right, folds in and out. So again, not much to worry about in the arm articulation section. Now, because of RabbitTank's collar, you can't look and fold a certain way. Like, so when you go left and right, it's hindered a little bit by the collar. But you can look down pretty far, as you can see. And you can look up really well too. So too many things aren't hindered, but obviously for certain reasons, it is what it is. Now, one thing I want to point out is because of the chest has this triangle slot piece, you can't get the amount of front ab articulation that you would like for obvious reasons. There's no folding it in all the way, so you have to be very careful with that. So this is about as far in as it goes. It does go really far back though. So you can do the somersault move for full metal moonsault when it henshins. So that's pretty cool. The belt is on there pretty tightly, but it still gives you just enough wiggle room to like go around and do stuff. You don't get any side bottles, but I do believe that you can fit the bottles on the side. I'm going to try that in a second. I haven't had a chance to test it. The crank or the lever on the right hand side is pretty dope because it actually moves. So when you do your henshin pose, are you ready, or you want to do a Voltec finish, you can actually do it by cranking it. Another cool thing is that you can actually remove the bottles. And please, please, please be careful because these bottles are so tiny. They are so small that you can easily lose them very easy. As you can see, I took mine out. And real quick, I'm going to test it on the side to see if they can actually hold on the side because I'm actually curious about that. I always wanted to test that and see if it's one of those things where Bandai actually makes it a point to make it, really cool. So it looks like it can't hold them, which sucks, but it's really cool that it looks like it could, but it doesn't. Because it does have the piece in the background that allows you to do that, but, sorry, not in the background, but on the back of the bottle. But it can't hold in the side slot holder, so that sucks. Now, as far as leg articulation goes, you can do the old school drop down leg out method, where it has a rotating thigh swivel. The legs are double jointed, so that's pretty cool. And you can actually fold the legs out pretty far and go forward actually really far. So you can rotate it up really high as well. So as you can see here, I'm actually getting the best rotation here. What's really cool is that you get the tank form, which has the foot to match. You see the treads on the foot, which is matching of that form. And over here we have the rabbit form, supposed to be for jumping high and moving fast. So it's a very good balanced form as far as the series goes. The one thing I do not like though is that ankle pivot was pretty much taken away for RabbitTank, and the pretty much for the aesthetic of looking really, really cool. But I'm okay because I've found a way around it. But it doesn't have that really good, crazy ankle pivot that I would want or get normally in an SHF. But it still gets plenty. So considering the thigh swivel and how far it can pull out with the leg method, you can actually get a ton of articulation out of it. Now, one of the things I also want to point out is that with this figure is that one of the things I want to point out, I hit my light, is that it actually has a more weight to it. It feels like it's a heavier SHF than you would normally get, and I really like that. It has nice weight to it, holds up really well on stands, it holds poses very well. It's just really enjoyable. And for a simple figure and its price point, I believe was like 40 bucks, it's really great. It's one of those things I'm really, really enjoying. If they can continue to do this, they can easily suck people in on what is Kamen Rider, and especially because the show is really good. But if you're not used to it, this is something you can definitely jump in off of just the look and aesthetic as well. Real quick, I want to jump into size comparisons so you guys can see what's going on with RabbitTank. Build RabbitTank form. Here he is next to another SHF, Kamen Rider Deep Spectre. So size-wise, he's in scale with other SHF, just about right. Here he is with a Dragon Ball SHF. This is my modded Goku. So he's in a very good scale. Real quick, I want to show you what it looks like with a Shokeko Seiho. I don't know why. I say it wrong, but I'm going to call it a Cinco Ocho from now on, just for my round muscles. Real quick, here he is next to a Kamen Rider Kuga, a renewal version. So he's in scale with the newest stuff as well. And that's really cool because while they're doing renewals, they can release new figures, things like that. And for the first time, I realized that I jumped into size comparison before I actually showed what else he came with because I'm so excited for this figure. Here he is next to a 1000 Toys. It's a really good height. I'm going to go over the hands after this. And here he is next to a Marvel Legend figure. Can't think of his name right now. I believe it was Ill. So as you can see, he's significantly smaller, but he works out well with forced perspective. I've done that numerous times. Real quick, here he is next to an articulated Icons Ninja. And they are a great height with each other. I've done that numerous times where I've showed it, but just in case you're watching this for the first time, there's that again. Real quick, because I actually jumped around like a crazy person, I want to go over the hands that he comes with. So you actually get 2 relaxed hands, normally for holding items or making it look like you hold items or just walking in poses and things like that. You get the 2 normal hands, 1 red, 1 blue. You also get 1 hand for each of the physics formula. Now, I had to learn about this through a friend, but this is actually a physics formula, or at least what you do to symbolize it. And I think that's pretty cool. I didn't know about that. But he does this as a henshin pose, and when he pre and post henshin, or just a significant pose that he does in general. And the other hand that you get is actually the special hand that is special for build because it holds and cranks the lever on the right hand. So you actually get just 1 special right hand. So you can do the crank maneuver. Are you ready? Yeah. Full Metal Moonsault, RabbitTank. So as you can see, you can actually crank it, which is pretty dope. If I actually did stop motion, that would be really dope, but I don't. In the meantime, I hope that you have found this enjoyable. I hope that you are doing good. I hope that you are being good. And one of the things that I really want to point out is that I'll be taking a break from reviews. I was going to do a video about it, but I'm just going to say it here at the end of this video. Let you guys know that I'm taking a small break. I will be probably not doing reviews as heavy as I was before, but I will be still doing them. I don't know how, I don't know when, I don't know the details yet, but that's because I'm pretty much working on personal projects, and one of them being that it's going to be a potential show. So we'll see what happens with that. If it doesn't work out, I'll be back to review, and if it does, you'll see more of me in a different content. So yeah, I hope that you've been enjoying. Thank you guys again, and thank you so much for your support. I appreciate you. Thank you guys. Later.